Hello, welcome back. Today I have more art to unbox after a few toy videos. But today I have a package from Catskill Comics, run by Scott Kress, with another rep that I have a good working relationship with. One thing about Scott is he's good with communication. Two things: good with communication, and he ships incredibly fast. So maybe I'll have a story about more about that in the next art video. But anyway, so today I have a package that has 3 pieces of art from different artists in this package. So we're gonna start getting it open because another thing about Scott, uh, when he ships, these things are solid. So always a plus. So you can't beat that. So let's get this open. Open up here. Let's see. Was that enough? Was that enough? I think maybe it was. Let's see. One more cut. I think we ought to do it. That one. Okay. I lied. A couple more cuts. Always wedged. He does like masonite and then a lot of cardboard. So yeah, always. See. Can't go wrong there. Okay, so let's get this open and see what I want to start with. The first one I'll start with is from colorist Glenn Whitmore. Now, I'm a huge fan of Superman, the death and return of Superman, that whole post-crisis triangle era of Superman comics is my absolute favorite. It's kind of what got me into comics, and it remains near and dear to my heart to this day. So Glenn was the colorist on all of the Superman titles during those years. Now, the Superman titles, they had it coordinated so that each week there was a Superman comic on the shelf, like Superman, Action Comics, Man of Steel, and The Adventures of Superman. So each week you had a new comic on the shelf. So, but Glenn, to kind of as the creative glue to kind of tie it all together, he was the colorist on all of them. So I think his work a lot of times gets overlooked for providing that kind of consistent color palette for across the board on those titles. So yeah. So what I have here is a commission that I had done from Tom Grummett a couple years ago, and so then I commissioned Glenn to color it. Now it's the photo of on this my profile on the YouTube channel, but I finally have an actual print of it. I had a digital file, but now I have a print of the piece, and it's Superman on top of the Daily Planet globe. It's a play on the Adventures of Superman 505. Sorry, a collector's edition where it had a hollow foil, like holographic background, and fireworks are going off in the background. So I thought I'd do something to kind of homage that cover, but also something different, a different pose. So it's him kind of standing there before he kind of takes off in flight, which is what you see on that cover. So yeah, so this is just a print of he did the digital colors. So I'll get this framed and hung up. So that's cool. The next thing, let's see what I want to do next. Okay, we'll talk about this one. We'll stay with the Superman, the subject of Superman. So, okay, so this is a piece that is inked by another of the Superman Triangle era creators. So he was an inker on with Dan Jurgens. Brett Breeding is the inker. Now this is the piece that I had commissioned from Ramona Fradon. Did the pencils, and then Brett, I guess, had wanted to ink something of Ramona's. So Scott gave the pencils, scanned the pencils to Brett to ink, and then it came out looking great. And then on top of that, he added some lettering from another artist he reps is Jack Morelli, who was a longtime letterer in comics. He also wrote some stuff too. But yeah, so this is Superman by Ramona Fradon, inked by Brett Breeding, with the hand lettering by Jack Morelli. So this is a piece I had commissioned for Ramona just to have something with Superman doing kind of an iconic Superman type thing, and then you think of bullets bouncing off of his chest. So yeah, this is here we have that inked by Brett. That's really cool. So, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but Brett is obviously someone else that is repped by Scott. So that's really cool. And I actually have the here's the original pencils as well. So yeah, Ramona, I can't say enough about the joy that I get when I see Ramona Fradon's work. I mean, that's just some of my earliest exposure to superheroes was the Super Friends cartoon, and then she was the artist on some of the Super Friends comic books. That her work kind of reminds me of that pure joy of that era, and then even before. So she started her career in the 50s. So yeah, in any art that I've collected so far, nothing has given me the type of joy that I get from seeing Ramona's pencils. So with that said, the next piece I have last piece I have is a pencil piece for Ramona Fradon. Now, this is a concept I've been very fortunate to be able to kind of get some commissions from Ramona. I have some published stuff from her that I've purchased through Scott, and every once in a while I like to, I mean, it's maybe kind of cruel to throw her a curveball, but I like throwing her a curveball because she always comes through with her own, Ramona Fradon joyous piece. So, given that I'm on a Jonah Hex kick, I asked for a Ramona Fradon to do a Jonah Hex piece, and the concept was I wanted to do like a wanted poster. So later on I'll have it inked and maybe turned into a wanted poster. But so this is a piece that I have to be honest. When I first saw the scan from Scott, I was like, oh, it doesn't have the the kind of the trademark scarring over Jonah Hex's lip, but as a friend of mine pointed out, it really has that vibe of, if Jonah Hex had been created in the 50s, the Westerns, heyday, this is what he might look like, as opposed to the more grittier 70s when he was created. So, yeah. So the eyes on there, she nailed the eyes of Jonah Hex. So I absolutely love that. And I've got some room in here and up here to do kind of a wanted poster look, just to kind of give it that, Hex has run afoul from maybe a corrupt sheriff, or has put a price on his head, and this is the wanted poster. So yeah, like I said, I cannot tell you how much I love Ramona Fradon's work. It always impresses me, and she does great inking and coloring as well, still, and which I think 97, and that's amazing to me. But personally, what I get the most joy out of is seeing her pure pencils, and yeah, that's fantastic. I do love, even like I said, even if it doesn't have the scarring right over the lip, I do love the scarring that she gave him. So yeah, I am absolutely thrilled to add this one to the collection. So yeah, so there you go. There's our look at the art unboxing from Catskill Comics. Thanks to Scott for getting these to me super quick. And yeah, thanks for watching.